Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video,
Listen, babe, sweetheart, you deserve a partner that is not afraid of hurting other people's feelings in order to protect yours. Yeah, you. You deserve that partner that isn't afraid of setting boundaries in order to protect you and your emotions. Because your peace should never be up for negotiation. Love chooses a side, and that side should be your side. You deserve that partner. Good night.
yeah, this is so true. You deserve a man who is not going to play about you. You deserve a man who is going to stand up for you. But that's not always the case. And I believe that these are the reasons why these things happen a lot in relationships and marriages. And I'm not a marriage expert or coach or anything like that, okay? I'm coming from a place of personal experiences, okay? So take everything I say with a pinch of salt. If it doesn't apply, please let it fly. For me personally, what I've seen and heard and witnessed with a lot of these guys when it comes to relationships and why they don't protect the women in their life against their friends, their families especially, is because they like it like that. They like the fact that they have their families on their side, standing up for them, fighting you for them. They enjoy it. Matter of fact, most of them go out of their way to start the smear campaign very early on in the relationship. The reason why they do that is that most of them don't like women, number one. And number two, they enjoy that because they don't have any good intentions about you. He loves it a lot. Yes, he enjoys it a lot. He actually, matter of fact, he's the one that started the smear campaign. The only reason why they feel like they can do and say those things to you is that he started that smear campaign. He went there saying horrible things about you. So now they form their own narrative about you. He told them that you are this horrible person just so that when they see him mistreating you, they will side with him because he wants to cheat on you, because he wants to neglect you, because he wants to abuse you, because he doesn't love you, he doesn't like you like that. Right? So he goes out of his way to make sure that his family doesn't like you too. Right? So that's what they do. Aside the fact that I know there are some families who are like that because sometimes their parents are heavily reliant on them financially to take care of them and their siblings. And now there's you. So for them, you're a threat because when you come into the situation, because of you, he's going to stop taking care of them. Because of you, he's going to stop providing for them. So they feel threatened by your existence. So they will go out of their way to do anything to get you out of the picture. Most of the times too, I believe that these type of men are abused heavily by their families. The only time they got any type of love from their parents is when they were doing things for them. They started liking that because all of a sudden they became this golden child. Although they were the scapegoats all these years in their families, they became the golden child because now they are being able to provide for their parents and their siblings, and all of a sudden everybody loves them, and they love that high because they never had that, and they've not gone to therapy to unpack why they are the way they are. Right? So for guys like this, they will never defend you because they are no longer in the red. You are. And most of them will bring you into their families so that you take on that load for them. And that's why they will also go out there and start the smear campaign. This whole thing is a mess. That's all I'm saying. So if you have to deal with men like this, they give you the slightest, run. Anyway, let's get into what people have to say.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but it is absolutely not your responsibility to defend yourself and have to go to war with that man's family. For starters, you can't protect what you can't control. Your husband shouldn't even be taking you into environments that he does not have a certain level of control over the experience you will have. How else will he protect you? Second, on that same note, our family should be the least of our worries when it comes to protecting our spouses. Let me give you an example. When it comes to my family, no, they have not agreed with every decision me and my husband may have made. They have not agreed with every decision my husband has made. It's literally inevitable, and that's okay. But what I can guarantee you is that they would never disrespect or mistreat him out of love and respect for me. Because third, another thing about it, anybody who disrespects your spouse does not respect you. Anybody who loves and respects you would not disrespect your spouse. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, when they disrespect your spouse, they are disrespecting you. And fourth, let's bring it full circle. If he is not ready to leave and cleave, You need to leave, and he needs to leave you alone. Any man willing to allow his family to ruin his family does not value you enough. Don't get me wrong, these situations can be very complex, but I had to tell you that because I love you, girl. If nobody else has told you, your husband shouldn't send you into any battle. I don't even care if it's with y'all's children by yourself, but he doggone sure shouldn't send you in alone against individuals that he brought you around, individuals that you are only around because of him, out of love and respect for him, I might add. So you make sure he loves you enough to respect and protect you every step you take, every room you enter, every building that he opens the door to. Because truth be told, you shouldn't be being manipulated, encouraged, or pressured into being in any environment that you do not feel comfortable, where there's a history of disrespect, where you do not feel welcome. You are not crazy for not wanting to be in rooms where you are only tolerated and not loved. And I said what I said in a real way. Yeah.
I remember a couple years back, my mom told me if a man cannot protect you or stand up for you against his mother, then he is not the man for you. And I would 100% tell my daughter the same thing. Being in a relationship with a man who's in a relationship with his mom or a mama's boy seems like hell. Ideally, a man shouldn't have to choose between his mom or his wife because the dynamic between the mother and son should be a healthy one. He should have differentiated himself from his family of origin. Realigned relationships to prioritize his wife and children if there are any. And mom should expect this, right? Because that's what happens when you launch your children and they begin establishing self, finding love, and creating their own family. A mother with healthy behaviors is not emotionally dependent on her son. She doesn't view her son's partner as a threat or competition or someone who has to appease her in order to be a part of their family. There is no expectation of conformity to her system or her values. There's no desire for control. There is no enmeshment. There's genuine interest in knowing the human her son wants to spend the rest of his life with. There's a desire to have a healthy relationship with this person and an expectation that they are committed to each other, thus committing to a new system. When a man realigns his relationships and commits to a new system, a healthy dynamic looks like his wife, mother, and other extended family members coexisting in their respective roles with boundaries. Any sign of enmeshment between mother and son or the partner's whole family of origin, I would advise my daughter to run for the hills and don't look.
You do not marry into a family. You marry one person. You make a commitment to one person. You're not making a commitment to their entire family. We need to let go of the phrasing, you married into the family. Or, oh, that's just how that family is. You married into it. We need to stop saying that. You don't marry into anything. You marry one person, and if their family is toxic, dysfunctional, and narcissistic, as women, we internalize other people's behaviors and aggressions towards us, which fills us with shame and guilt, and we blame ourselves. Because we've been taught that we have to take on the emotional and mental dysfunction and emotional mental labor of other people and for other people. So we internalize their bad behavior and we think it's something that we did wrong or it's something we didn't do or didn't say. And then we're constantly checking ourselves. Maybe I should say that. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Should I go to the family function? Should I not? If they're treating you horribly and they have been manipulative, conniving, started smear campaigns on you, trying to wedge themselves between you and your spouse, or they tried to ruin your wedding shower, wedding day. I'll get to a video on that in a little bit. But if they're actively trying to seek out to treat you poorly, and it's not just some minor little miscommunication, which happens in any type of relationship, then stop giving an ounce of your energy to these types of people.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but a man that will allow other women to disrespect you and not stand up for you, you need to understand and realize this very quickly. If he's allowing people to disrespect you, he's using you as an open target so he can avoid taking accountability and being a grown man and standing on his own actions. So this means if he lets his mother disrespect you, if he lets his sister disrespect you, if he lets any of his female family members disrespect you, co-workers, people that y'all go to church with, female friends, whoever it is, if that man is allowing another woman to disrespect you, he has already shown that he does not value you enough to protect you from other people, much less himself. And the reason why I say that he doesn't protect you from himself is because these are people that he is in association with. Who you are friends with and who you associate yourself with says a lot about your character. If he's the type of person to be around people who don't even respect him enough to respect their partner, he's going to submit to whatever they say just so he can still have goodie points. How is that a man that can lead a nation, much less lead a home or lead you? A man that displays those qualities is not a man that's fit to be a leader. So why do you think that he's fit to be your partner? Riddle me that real quick.
You ever notice that it's always his family that treats you like that? It's always his mother, his sister, his aunt, someone in his family. Your family treats him great. He's one of them. Your father drinks beer with him. He's over for family events. They treat him like one. But his family, they have a problem with everything you do. Your existence disrupts their peace every single time. You can be the sweetest girl. You can be quiet. You can be funny. You can be loud. It doesn't matter. Your existence bothers them. You go over to their house and you're too quiet. You have an attitude. You're not helping out with anything. You think you're too good. Or they come over to your house and you missed the spot while cleaning. Or the food isn't up to their liking. You need a little bit more salt. There's always just something. They have to throw shade somehow. If your man puts them in their place, good on him. You got yourself a real one. But if he doesn't, if he allows that kind of behavior and that kind of disrespect, you're never going to win. He's never going to see it your way. He's always going to make excuses for them. So you make it uncomfortable for them. Match their energy.
You know, if you're a married man and your side of the family tends to be a little bit difficult with their comments and unhealthy expectations, it's your job to protect your wife from those comments. Because I'll be honest with you, man, when your wife married you, she didn't sign up to deal with your overbearing mother, with your disrespectful father, and your siblings who do not understand what the word boundary means. And it is absolutely 100% your responsibility to put a stop to it as soon as it happens. Because if you don't stop it the first time it happens, you have now efficiently communicated that this behavior is okay. Now I understand that this is your family, you grew up with them, you know each other's buttons, and maybe you're a little bit more aggressive towards each other, and that's okay. Not for your wife. And if for whatever reason your family insists on being disrespectful, you do not turn to your wife and ask her to let it slide. You turn to your family and inform them that your wife's emotional well-being is a priority for you, and you're just not willing to compromise that. Because I'm telling you, the last thing you want is your wife asking you why you didn't stand up for her in front of your family. Yes, of course there are exceptions, and yes, of course it can be flipped for the wife. All I'm saying is, don't let your family disrespect your spouse. It's that
unpopular opinion, but if you choose your family over your significant other or your spouse, you should just stay single. I see a lot of people get into relationships, and look, you've lived with your parents for 18, 20, hell, at this point, 30, 35 years old. It's time for you to grow up. So when you bring another person into your life that you consider your significant other or your spouse, they're the priority. It's up to you to build a new life with that person. Stop trying to compare them to your mom. Stop trying to compare him to your dad. See, your parents raised you in a manner to where you are able to go about life and create a life for yourself. Your family doesn't have to be involved with every endeavor your new family is doing. Because at the end of the day, you don't want your spouse or your significant other to feel like they're competing with your family. That's just the truth.
Many of us men love to say that we're the protectors of our wife and kids, but yet there's so many of you that won't stand up to your crazy family to protect your wife and kids because you're scared of feeling guilty or what your family might think of you. And if you've let this stop you from setting healthy boundaries with your family of origin, then you've failed as a protector. Because if you want to be a true protector of your wife and kids, you'll protect them in the little ways, not just the big ones.
Question you're supposed to be asking yourself is, why are they so emboldened to disrespect me? You are in the bed with the Judas. The Judas is going out there telling people stuff about you, and that's why they are saying the things they say about you. Most women don't come to that realization. They have problems with their in-laws, and they don't know why they have problems with their in-laws. I'm doing everything right by these people. I don't know why they don't like me. Your husband is saying shit about you when you're not there. I'm sorry. Your boyfriend is saying shit about you when you're not there. Everything that he doesn't like about you, they know. So now they feel like they have to protect him and support him, and that's how he likes it. He always likes to be in that place where, oh, I have it so bad. He's just a horrible person because he wants to cheat on you. Okay? And that's why they are all quiet when you are around and they're acting weird because there's another woman that they know of that they won't tell you about. Most of them have second, third, fourth girlfriends, and they are bringing these women around them too. And some of these families, they love it because all these women are here auditioning for their sons. It's a long list of nonsense. So for me personally, if you come across any man who will allow anybody at all to disrespect you, say nasty things about you, laugh at you, mock you, all under the guise of, oh, it's a joke and so on and so on, leave them. Don't continue with it. And no matter what you do, don't have children with them. If they give you that slightest, oh, I don't play about my family, you can't talk to my mom like that, those type of guys, run away from them. I'm not saying disrespect their moms or they should give you the right to disrespect them. That is one of the earliest red flags about any guy who goes out of his way and be like, oh, you can't talk to my mom like that, and any woman that talks to my mom anyhow is this and that and the third. Run. You are walking into fire. Okay? If you want your mental health to be intact, your body to be intact, your goals, don't play with men like that. That's what I'm going to say to you. Don't play with men like that. I believe that all of them, they like it. So if you want to sign up for the mental Olympics, by all means continue. Alright? By all means continue, but don't say nobody told you. And any man who is not going to protect you, who doesn't stand up for you, number one, he likes what is happening. Number two, he started it himself. Number three, you are now the scapegoat, so he doesn't mind. Number four, his family is heavily reliant on him for financial support. Number five, they are heavily enmeshed and he's still seeking the validation of his abusive, narcissistic parents. Okay. Number six is spiritual. Okay, it's spiritual. Most of these moms and dads, and they are married to their daughters, they are married to their sons, and like I said, it's a whole mess. Okay, so don't look at it and the physical alone. Sometimes it has to do with spiritual as well. So if you don't want to start another spiritual warfare when you can find someone who is healthy, ready for a relationship, who is going to be all by you, about you, please don't deal with these people. Leave them where you found them. Leave them with their mothers, their sisters, their fathers. Leave them there. Let them stay there. They are going to be like that. You come back 20 years time and you find them still single because every woman that comes into their lives will run. Okay, so don't be that Jesus Christ. Don't go and sacrifice yourself for them. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here and I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.